Hello.
Good evening and welcome to Savage Universe. I am JM, and we have a surprise Savage Universe for you tonight. We'll be there tomorrow night, don't worry. But I'm here with Mike Lafferty of Fainting Goat Studios, our games, as well as the BAMF podcast. Good friend of the show. We've chatted several times. Mike, how are you doing, sir?
Doing all right, JM. Appreciate you having me on tonight.
My pleasure. Thanks for pivoting. You've got a Kickstarter going on, and your Kickstarter is called Pew Pew, Bounty Hunters in Space. And I wanted to make sure that we got you on Savage Universe before your Kickstarter ended. We got less than 15 hours to go.
15 hours to go. It is fully funded. We're working on stretch goals. We do have late backing enabled, so we'll be able to do that. So if someone happens to listen to the show in 2 days and they're like, gosh darn it, they can still do late backing and get the rewards for a couple days after. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, you're at 100 or 1,000, 1,300%. I think I did my math right.
Your initial goal is $100. It's easy to do that, but yeah.
What's the so tell us about Pew Pew Bounty Hunters in Space. I'm going to show off some images because I love the action figure aesthetic that you've got going on here.
That's a big part of what we're doing. The idea is I describe it as 1978 Sears Wish Book science fiction.
Awesome.
Because, it's our generation. That's when a lot of us, first found out about sci-fi. And, it's got that kind of kitschy Kenner sort of, design aesthetic. And, it's just supposed to be fun. It's goofy. There's a lot of jokes in the book. I mean, everyone is always coming up with, a new epic sci-fi setting.
Yeah.
It's got deep lore, and mine is, hey, it's about ray guns and guys shooting each other, and maybe laser swords. So we don't take it too seriously. Like I say, the design aesthetic, we're almost looking to be like, the object itself. Just, we got some fake ads in there. Like I said, there's a lot of in-jokes for Star Wars fans, and it's just supposed to be fun. So
awesome.
That's kind of the pitch we're going for.
Well,
but we have an exclusive Kickstarter cover that we unlocked at $12.50, and that's in one of the upgrades. It's kind of an homage to an Old Star Frontiers cover. Jacob Blackman did that for us. Really looks great.
Awesome.
And if we hit $13.50, last I checked, we're $50 shy. We've got figure flats that are going to throw in for rewards as well. That beautiful map there is by John Gibbons, who's the main artist.
It is gorgeous. I love this thing.
If you ever check out The After, our post-apocalyptic book, that's by the same artist, John Gibbons. Yeah. John does good work.
He does do great work. So, sorry, that sneeze that I managed to mute drove all conscious thought from my head. First of all, storyteller, I'm in Texas as well. Lone Star Savages for the win. Good evening to Grom and Tink and everybody. So tell us a little bit more. What are some of the species? What are some of the mechanically bits that we're going to get with Pew Pew Bounty Hunters in space?
Well, I'm on my phone right now because I lost internet connection at home, so I don't have the PDF in front of me. We do have a new species. It's not a Wookiee. Can't call it a Wookiee. It's legally distinct from a Wookiee. It's called Granthanite.
Okay.
Cameron Lyle wrote it up for us. He's doing a lot of work for Battlefield Press right now. Might have heard his name. We've got a few things that kind of sort of try to fit the genre of a kitschy space opera from the late 70s. There's a mechanic called You Owe Me One, where you can, help a party member on their roll, and you're like, hey, you owe me one, kid. Um,
Nice.
there's a chaos factor roll, just to kind of chaos factor rule, just to try to enhance the whole idea. It's a bounty hunter mission. As you've seen in The Mandalorian, those things go wrong a lot. So
All the time.
yeah. So there's a couple of things. Got a lot of new sci-fi weapons in there, and I think that's really it. We're not really plowing a lot of new ground mechanically here, but it's a fun adventure. We have, I want to say, 5 or 6 pre-gen characters. The adventure,
It showed off some of those, which were awesome.
we've got that beautiful map you just saw. Pretty much in a box. You can grab it, you can start playing right away, just dive in, and that's kind of the concept we were going for there.
Well, yeah, it's a nice 40-page. It says here, heavily illustrated. Now you're doing what a lot of aces do, where basically you get the PDF for $10 pledge, and then if you want the POD coupon, I think it's $12 on yours. I mean, we're talking like just the difference between getting the PDF and the POD coupon is, now guys, go out there and back this Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's $2. I mean, it's less than a Starbucks. So and we have we're a friend of the working man here at Fading Goat, and no times are tough. So there's a $5 financial hardship tier for people. Maybe groceries cost a lot these days, but you can still have gaming. So
yeah, which is awesome. Like there are several gaming companies that I love who do things like that, where they're like, listen, I grew up, I know what it was like to try and get gaming books, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that they're available for everybody, because we don't want other people to go through that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, gaming's for everybody, and times are tough, jobs are scarce on the ground, and I'm paying twice what I used to for bonbons and Twinkies. So imagine everybody else. So hey, my laptop just booted up here at the Starbucks I'm at. Would you mind if I switched over to that so I could show off some art and whatnot on the book?
No, let's do it.
All right, let me just switch over.
I will riff for 30 seconds or so. Let's add you to stage. Hey, you're in full aspect ratio.
Full aspect, not just a tiny horizontal triangle, but a tiny.
Hey, awesome! I can
rectangle.
I didn't have to riff that long at all.
Hey,
I was going to share my Gen Con stories. Got to see all the Pinnacle crew out at Gen Con. Ran a couple of sessions of Starbreaker, which was fantastic. And but that's it. That's all the riffing I had to do. Let's see.
I just put. Let me pull it up. I just sent it out to backers today. That's something else I'm doing. Delivering the PDF early.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the PDF came out today. I delivered an early version to backers like the second day of the campaign. So you back, today, you'll get the PDF today. It's in it's out there. All right, pull up the Dropbox link now. So Gen Con was a good time for you guys?
Gen Con was great. We ran a lot of Dark Ages, Savage Worlds Dark Ages, which was very cool. They managed to, they were doing 1-hour demos. I did, as I said, I did some Starbreaker, used to be called Saints and Sinners.
Oh, so, yeah, that's from the boys at Star Anvil Studios.
Or Star Anvil Studios, which is the Ross connection there.
Yeah.
I ran their Jumpstart for two 4-hour sessions, had great sessions. The second one was definitely the best. It was one of those tables where we had a lot of new people and we had a lot of Savage Worlds veterans, and it didn't matter which side of which side of Savage Worlds they were coming from. Everybody was like, hold up, this person's trying to talk. Okay, they want to do something awesome. What can the rest of us do to support them doing something awesome? Which is always my favorite kind of con game. No one had kind of the main character syndrome, if that makes sense. They were all just there to facilitate the story and have a great time.
That's the way it should be. That's the best. Yeah. All right, I have the PDF up now. Let me share a tab. There we go. So you probably recognize the basic composition of that cover. That's by Jacob Blackman. And that's a Kickstarter exclusive cover. If you want it, you can get it for print PDF, but you can only get it if you're a backer.
Okay.
This will never be for sale on drive-through or never for sale anywhere. So grab it now while it's hot, folks. And that was the real cool thing I wanted to show you.
Yeah, that's awesome. And guys, they only need $45 to unlock their next stretch goal. We can do that here while we're on stream.
Yeah, it would be nice, but if it's not, that's okay. Campaign was only for $100, so I'm happy. This cool little border we've got here is a Bradley McDivitt. Usually works at Goodman Games, so that is kind of fun. Goes for the whole space western aesthetic. Once again, here are the action figure kind of vibe character sheets. They're good to go. Play right now. This is the guy who is not Chewbacca. Not at
Definitely
all.
legally distinct Chewbacca.
Legally distinct Han Solo. He's got a crossbow and doesn't have a crossbow. Does Han have a trinket? No, he does not. So different guys. Can't compare them. So yeah, different characters. We got the bestiary back here with the various bad guys you can fight on the map. This guy dressed in black with a big helmet shouldn't resemble anybody else in any IP owned by Disney. Illegally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Yeah. Some of the stock art. This is J.E. Shields right here. He does amazing work. People should check him out. This is Dean Spencer here. Also, if you're not checking out Dean's work, he does this kind of stuff every day. And just amazing painterly art like that. Or this guy right here. And Space Dwarves, Rock and Stone. And that is the rest of the bestiary. And we've got some ships in case things, there's a dogfight. And once again, here is the map that we were talking about. And like I mentioned, we try to go for the whole idea of making it kind of a kitschy object, from back in the day. So we've got some fake ads like this one for the Pew Pew budget role-playing vacation, where for $20 we'll drop you off around Yuma, Arizona. You'll get to fight off local wildlife and teenagers, mostly in cosplay, pretending that they're cannibals and aliens trying to capture you from your starship wreck. And
fantastic.
This is an old ad homaging the old. Remember back in between Star Wars and Empire, there was a thing where you could send in a few proofs of purchase and you would get a Boba Fett action figure, but they never actually sent those out.
Yes,
that's kind of making fun on that there, goofing on that idea right there. And yes, Gen 3 storyteller James Shield is a wonderful artist, really nice guy too. I hardly agree, but working with him for years, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
So, and that is the whole book.
Awesome.
We have a second adventure called For a Few Credits More that we unlocked at $12.50. That'll be its own separate book. That's in layout right now. Well, actually, Cameron is still working on the conversion. Once that gets done, that's a second book, same basic length that will be going out to backers as well in print and POD. So between that and the figure flats, which I think I just got into my mailbox earlier today, and hopefully those unlock at $13.50. So yeah, lots of stuff going at the backers. It's been a fun campaign. Short, just ran for like 2 weeks. Because my theory is you get all your action at the beginning and the end of the Kickstarter when it just cut it in half for those 2 weeks where nothing happens. And so that's what I was trying to do. So,
well, Mike, thanks for jumping on. I know I pivoted on you here yesterday trying to make sure that we got this in. But I'm very excited about Pew Pew, so I wanted to make sure that we had a dedicated stream to it while the Kickstarter was running.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I said, about 15 hours left, so there's still time to jump on the bandwagon and whatnot. So get in there, folks.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, and I will have a link. If you can send me the link to the late pledge, I'll make sure that I put it in the stream tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking with Jan Jutmar about the City Guard Chronicles again tomorrow. But we'll make sure that we have a link to the late pledge for Pew Pew Bounty Hunters in Space, so that if you miss out on the Kickstarter, you don't miss out on this great PDF.
Yeah, sounds good. Graham Molotok says this can also be an area setting very easily. Well, that is cool. What is area?
And then Buff Dragon was asking, are there any digital plans for digital assets for VTT users? I know you said we're close to unlocking the figure flats.
Figure flats are being unlocked. Those are going to be more like print and play. However, We do have Kevin Doswell working on Fantasy Grounds version for this. That's
Awesome.
not done yet, so it's not included in the Kickstarter, but that should be out there on Fantasy Grounds soon. So
When will then be now? Soon.
soon. Are we there yet, kids? Are we there yet, Dad? Almost, kids. Almost.
Yeah, it was a bounty hunter anime with a boss monster. The live action movies aren't nearly as good. That's the area setting.
That's kind of the rule with anime is usually live action movies aren't as good, except for the rare exception like Cowboy Bebop, where the live action is a little bit better than the cartoon, I thought. But
I have not watched the live action because for me the anime is just sort of perfect.
it's very good. I will not argue with you. But I was oh hey, thank you, John Doom. And my God, that's a cool ass name, man. I wish I was a Doom.
That's right.
So I could walk into my house and be like, none can question Doom. But
that was one of my favorite. So J. Michael Straczynski, who did Babylon 5, did an amazing run of The Amazing Spider-Man, ruined by editorial interference at the end. But for the rest of the run, there's this one scene where Peter's at a airport trying to meet up with Mary Jane, and security guards are escorting Doom, and there's an attack. And one of the security guards is Captain America, kind of hiding, in disguise. And he's like, "None shall question Doom." And Cap's like, "How do you do that?" "What? Speak in all caps, because it's right, Doom." And I always thought that was a great, just great line in the middle of that comic. There's a lot of love for Cocaine Owlbear.
Cocaine Owlbear is a friend to children everywhere, and it's a little bit of joy I was happy to spread into the world.
That's right.
Yeah, it's we actually we did that for Savage Worlds, and that was Kickstarter a couple months ago, and it's available now on Drive Thru RPG for Savage Worlds, and it's a lot of fun. We did an actual play on the BAM podcast for that.
Do you have John Doom also saying the after? Do you have links to Cocaine Owlbear? And see if I can pull it up real quick.
I can. Let me show. I'm putting them in the private. Should I put them in private links or in comments?
Put it in the private links for us.
Right. Right there, I've got the Kickstarter one, which is just
I've been sharing that.
Okay. /Pew Pew Savage. It's a little bit easier than Kickstarter. Let me get Cocaine Owlbear, which I feel weird saying in public, but
you're the one who put it out.
I did. You know what is strangely popular in Eastern Europe? I have gotten notified of so many Ukrainian language and Russian language Cocaine Owlbear actual plays on Kickstarter on YouTube, and it is awesome. I love seeing it. I don't understand a thing they're saying, but
hey, they're playing your game,
and it gives me hope that Ukrainians are playing it and Russians are playing it. Perhaps Cocaine Owlbear can be the conduit for peace there in Central Europe.
Not what anyone thought would happen when an owlbear gets hopped up on cocaine, but
it seems unlikely. But so there is the link for Cocaine Owlbear on Drive-Thru, and let me dig up the after. Grandma Talk says the after may be the most realistic take on an alien invasion I've ever seen in any RPG. His spacefaring civilization is the power wave. Yep, that is all the credit goes to John Gibbons. He created that setting. All the ideas were his. All the art was his. And yeah, John's really a creative genius on that. Should I make tiny URLs of these? Would that be easier?
No, it's totally fine. You can do full ones.
Okay. Let me shorten another one.
Apologies for all the muting. Nobody wants to hear me cough. Got a tiny touch of the concrete on the way back.
Oh shoot! Hope you didn't get the.
Oh no! I had that before Gen Cons.
Okay. I was gonna say the Rona, but yeah, tinyurl.com/savage with Savage Cocaine will take you straight to the Drive Thru RPG for Cocaine Owlbear. And let me dig up the after.
Yeah, I'll pull that up as well.
Yeah,
Mike, thanks for coming on and just hanging.
Dude, it's always a pleasure. I always like talking to you, JM. It's
agreed.
We have a great community here in Savage Worlds, and it's always nice talking to other Savage Worlds people.
that was something that really came out at Gen Con. All of the people who were just like so in love with Savage Worlds. There was a husband and wife couple in my second game who were like, "We love Savage Worlds. My only complaint is I own everything, and they don't have enough for me to play." And so they were excited about things like Starbreaker and Deadlands Dark Ages, and things like The After and Cocaine Owlbear and Pew Pew. So we have one of the best communities, if not, we do have the best community in all of gaming. I have not seen another community that is as creative or supportive or just welcoming as the Savage Worlds crew. So all of you watching, give yourself a good pat on the back for me and take a Benny. You can point your GM back to here at 22 minutes in. I'm giving bennies to everyone who is watching this.
Bennies for everyone. We're like Oprah. Bennies.
That's right. Bennies from heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's all because of me, John Doom. I just get to signal boost. And without saying anything, John Doom may be on the show here soon.
Oh.
Soon, John Doom. Soon.
So tinyurl.com/Savage After will take you straight to the After page on drive-thru, and it's small enough I can say that easily on the air.
That's right.
Which is hard to do with the other URL.
Storyteller says, I want to go to Gen Con. I'm pretty sure once will be enough. That's true.
It's big.
Storyteller, I was at both Chupa and North Texas. You don't have to reveal yourself, but are you in the Dallas area? Because I've got a really good Savage Worlds group in the Dallas area. Tink is part of it. Yes, the DCC crew feels like a giant network of music roadies, which I think is their intention. So, well, Mike, best of luck to your Kickstarter here in the last 14 hours, and looking forward to having you on again. And again, if you ever want me to jump on another BAMF, I would be glad to.
We'll take you up in the near future, I'm sure. Looks like Storyteller is just south of Fort Worth. So
I'm about halfway between Fort Worth and Dallas, a little bit closer on the Dallas side. If you're interested in getting some Savage Worlds gaming in, shoot an email to info@savageuniverse.com, and let's see if we can't make that happen.
Oh, hey, did you want to see his figure flats?
Yeah.
Hey, I just got him from Mr. Bill Keys. You might know as T Evil Bunny. Let me open these bad boys up. And wow, these don't look bad at all. Let me share them. Stop screen share and present. Yeah, there we go.
Let me just pull up the Savage Universe site. All right, let's share these. Not yet, John. We are about $35 shy of unlocking these figure flats, which do look great.
So close. Yeah, we're almost there. One generous person could do it, or 7 people who wanted to do the financial hardship level could make it. But my layout guy, Bill Keys, is good, and these look really nifty. I'm kind of wanting to print them out and play with them tonight. So, are you running some Pew Pew Bounty Hunters tonight? I wish I was. Alas, my kid wants to roll up characters tonight, but he's leaning towards 5e. I don't know what you can do with this generation, John. I mean, you try to teach him well, show him the right way at home, but
not to toot my own horn. Mm-hmm. But my son put together a Savage Worlds club and had me run it at his school. And then after it was like, Dad, can I just use, so we've converted the garage into the gaming space. Can I use the studio on Friday nights once school starts? Because he wants to run Pine Box Middle School for his friends who are all in 7th grade. And I think that would just be spectacular.
Buff Dragon, feel free to strip the PDF for images if you want to talk to me about selling stuff on Foundry. Let's hook up. Jam can give you my email address.
Yeah, I
and-
put the email address for Savage Universe. Shoot it to me. I'll get you in touch with Mike. And if you want to help Fainting Goat Games put some Foundry stuff together, I know they would appreciate that.
That would be awesome. We were contacted by one freelancer from Foundry a few years ago about doing the after, and the quote they gave me was in the mid 5 figures. And it was a little too rich. But yeah, if you want to do it and we can work something out, man, hit me up. I would love to have that conversation with you.
Awesome.
So, but I'm working on been playing too much Deep Rock Galactic JM when I'm not playing.
What is not to love about space dwarves drinking and mining?
Exactly.
Like that game is just spectacularly good.
So I'm working on a game. Working title is currently Starbeards, and Ross came up with that. Set in the same Pew Pew universe, but it's about the dwarven armed mining intervention team. We call them Damn It Squads, and their job is to go out and take care of the Dwarven Council's interests in the galaxy. So basically, defending mines and dwarven colonies from whoever might be giving them trouble. So that will be coming to Savage Worlds sometime soon.
John Doom says that we should find each other on Steam and all play Deep Rock Galactic together.
That would be a lot of fun. I would love that. So hit me up. You can find me as Fainting Goat on Facebook, and let's do it.
Awesome. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's show, but we'll be back tomorrow. As I said, we're going to be there at 9 Eastern, a little bit later, and I'll be there with Jan, and we're going to be talking about City Guard Chronicles, which is Jan's fantasy open world kind of adventures that kind of expand on playing city guards in a fantasy city. Very guards, Night Watch, Pratchett. At least to me, it feels like that. And they've got a couple of one-sheets that just came out. We're going to be talking about that and future things coming out for City Guard Chronicles. And we will be referring people to Pew Pew for Savage Worlds. Mike, thanks for jumping on and chatting about it.
I appreciate your patience, Jim. I know you've been trying to wrap this up for about 5 minutes now, so thanks for...
No. Please don't worry about it.
No worries, sir.
Yeah.
And thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for commenting. And John Doom, I hope you use the name John Doom on Steam. I'll try to look you up tonight.
I definitely can put you in touch with John Doom on Steam.
Sounds good.
I'm just a facilitator. That's all I do. I facilitate. I bring savage people together and then let them go out and do everything. So, all right. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye.